But do you see it on your end? Because I am not seeing it.
What is continuing this one? I think.
You can't do that one. That one is already posted. Can't do that. It's impossible to do.
Why is this? Shouldn't be this complicated. Go on live. Is the video recording?
I don't even see it. I mean, it seems like it's recorded on here.
I think it's gonna go up after.
Like you saying it's delayed.
It's not delayed. You were doing a pre-recorded live. That's what's happening.
But
That's why
I'm
we
supposed to
can't
be
see
doing the
it.
live. That's the thing. That's
I
what I'm
know.
trying to tell you.
Maybe YouTube, because you haven't gone live in a while, they are giving you the opportunity to. You know, they take the feature away.
I was just live, babe. Like literally, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like I was just live 2 seconds ago before Rail interrupted it.
Alright.
Okay, so right here, you see it says, boom, it's finally popped up on this one. Still haven't popped up on here yet. But I can't make it. Okay, wait. I can make it public now, so let me make it public. It didn't have that option just 2 seconds ago, babe. So now go on yours and see now. It's public.
Okay, it's public. I just got the notification.
You can see it.
I got the notification.
Turn it down a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. So it's good to go then. All right, let's see. Let's get this live started, y'all. Having technical difficulties over here because I just got this iPad that I'm using to screen record right now or have a live broadcast. So finally, we're in there. Let's get it. You know, I had the ball rolling. My brother called me, messed up the whole live, so it was really his fault. Make sure y'all go check out his channel, The Daily Rundown. Pretty cool channel, pretty cool dude. So, to say the least, let's get into this price action, right? Because that's what we're here for. So, it's currently 8:33 in the morning, and we are looking at my Nasdaq futures chart. So, pretty much, you guys, for me to sum up my strategy, this is the main things that I use, right? I use a new week opening gap, the new day opening gap, opening range gap, and first presented fair value gap. Those are the main 4 things that I use every day. And one reason why I use that, to be honest, it just came from like studying ICT concepts over 2 years and then piecing together all of the things that I like, back testing things and figuring out what I like to use and what really matters most from all of the things that he teach, at least for me, right? So, and the other thing that helps me by using those 4 strategies is the opening range gap. I can't put that on my chart until 9:30, right? The first presented fair value gap normally takes anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes to form after 9:30. So that kind of also gives me like a system to follow every day when I'm looking at the markets, you guys. So let's take a look at the Nasdaq future chart right here. I'm going to drop into the 1 minute time frame just because I want to show you guys this new week opening gap right here. It's the purple box that's on my chart right here. I can make it a little bit bigger for you guys. I do got the tablet now, so I'm extremely excited. This is my new week opening gap from yesterday, right? This week. And as you guys can see, we're already tapping into the midpoint of this right up in here. So for those of you who don't know, I always give ICT his flowers. Without him, I wouldn't be able to read price action as good as I do now. So I always give him his flowers, not just because he's a good mentor, but to also direct you guys into a good place where you can learn how to trade and learn how to trade for free. Now, So you're probably asking yourself, well, what do we need you for? Why are we over here watching your channel? Well, my channel is more beginner friendly. ICT do have like a beginner friendly channel as well, but based on some of the reviews that I have gotten from him, like people say that it's really hard to, um, you know, learn from him in the beginning because he has like long form content, or whatever else. All right, but let's stay focused. Let's get on these charts. I just wanted to plug that in for like the beginner people who really want to, who really may not know, where to start. Now I know some of y'all are saying everybody should know about ICT by now, but I just found out about them like 2 years ago, so I know it's still a lot of people that don't know about them. So long story short, we just hit the midpoint of our new week opening gap up in here, and now it's looking like it's getting weaker and weaker. Notice how we had this first presented fair value gap right here from the evening session of April 25th. That was last Friday. So you guys can see price keeps coming lower and lower, and now the bodies are even respecting this first presented fair value gap, right? So that's looking like a downtrend, to say the least, right? Or at least it looks like it's building liquidity up here. I don't really use trends, but we do have a small little trend right there. I don't really use trends, but not for my trading, but it's nice to be able to identify those trends, right? Something that's very basic. So, like I said, I use opening range gap, I use new week opening gap, I use new day opening gap, and first presented fair value gap. So right now, the only thing I have on here is the new week opening gap from this week. I do have the opening range gap from last week on my chart as well. This right here, these three lines, is from last Friday. This is last Friday's opening range gap right here. So I do think we can get back into that. And here's why I think that. Let's go to the hourly chart. We are now on the hourly chart right here. So typically what I do, everybody knows this already. If you watch any of my videos, it's super basic to do. What I do is I look for a range, right? So we got a swing low down here in this area. Then we have a swing high right here. Right? So we got swing low, swing high. If you don't know what a swing low or swing high is, just go, watch a video on that. I'm not about to plug that into this video right now. I want this video to remain somewhat short. And then I'm going to put my Fibonacci tool from the swing low up to the swing high up here. And then I'm going to get my range right there. So right here, we can see that we have a range. So this is why I do think price could come lower. I don't know if it's going to go up first or come lower first. But right here, right, we have a swing low. And then we also have, right, this little blue, yellow line right here is the 50% of my range, right? So I'm looking for a price to come below the 50% level of my range. ICT he calls that discount. It's a discount zone, and when it's above 50% of your range, that's called a premium zone. So in this premium zone so far, we do have, like I said, we do got the new week opening gap up there. I don't know if that's going to hold price or not, because I am expecting price to come hit this midpoint up here, and this big yellow box up here, this is a volume imbalance. I'm expecting price to come up and definitely hit the midpoint of that. Like I said, I don't know which one is going to come first. If it's going to go down first, if it's going to go up first, I don't know. I'm not from the future. I don't really try too hard to predict these type of things. I just find about two different areas where I believe the market could go, and then essentially what I do is I wait for the market to open and see what type of price action is giving me, and then I go based upon that. So right down here, my little arrow is acting really choppy, so I'm kind of sad about that. It was just moving so good, and now all of a sudden it's not working as well for me anymore. So what I'm going to do, let's try this circle, all right? So right here, you guys, there's a inversion fair value gap right here, and right? We have an inversion fair value gap, and guess what? That is actually in our discount zone. So this little bit of an inversion fair value gap, I'm trying to get my arrow to point to it perfectly, but it's like stiff for some reason. Like, I don't know. I got my pencil on the way. I just got this iPad, so just bear with me. But I'm trying to get you guys to be able to see what I'm seeing in real time. So I'm using the trading view tools, and it's not really working as well as I would want it to. But so what I'm going to do is let's see if there's anything else I can use. I don't want to make this video too long. Trying to play around with the tools. Okay, bet they got emojis in here. We're going to use this alien guy right here. So right here is our inversion fair value gap. Right to the right, I got it circled in yellow now. I have my little alien guy right there, so you guys don't miss that. If y'all don't know what the inversion fair value gap is, essentially a fair value gap is a 3-candle pattern where the market leaves a gap open. So if you're looking inside of this orange box right there, you guys can see that there is a fair value gap that is being turned into an inversion fair value gap. So if you can't see that, you just have to learn what fair value gap is for now. I can box it up right here too. Right here, it's this little gap right here. That's that I'm boxing up. And I'm going to make this little box. Let's just make it orange. Right, so bam, right there. Let me zoom in for y'all. I know some new people out here that could be watching this. All right, so boom. Then we're going to lock that up. So this is the inversion. Okay, we're going to lock that up. This is on a 1 hour chart. And then notice where I put this arrow at right here. This is our liquidity that we're going to be looking at right there. Right in this little area right here. That's our liquidity that we're going to be looking for. So we got liquidity resting down there. Then we have an inversion. So I'm going to likely expect for the market to want to run out that liquidity and then eventually hit into that inversion fair value gap. And then if you guys notice what's also connected to that inversion fair value gap as well, it's the opening range gap from last Friday. Look at the midpoint, right? These 3 lines, you see how I have opening range gap high, April 25th, right here. Then I got opening range gap. Let me put an arrow so y'all can see what I'm talking about, right? These little blue lines right here. I got opening range gap high, opening range gap MP just means the midpoint of the opening range gap. And then down here, this line right here is just the opening range gap low. And that's just because sometimes I get so many boxes on my chart. Sometimes I might start using lines just to mix it up because my chart can become very cluttered very easily. So just trying to maintain that. But essentially the point I want y'all to, what I want y'all to get is that I'm going to be looking for it to get back to the midpoint of this opening range gap, right? So that gives us 3 reasons why we're going to expect to see the market come down. We have liquidity at the midpoint of our range, right? We have an inversion fair value gap, and then we have the midpoint of our opening range gap from last Friday, right? So that's why I'm going to be looking for that. We do know that the new week opening gap price opened below last week's price, right? So our gap is above the current price right now. So that's what I was showing y'all on the 1 minute time frame. Let's go back to the 1 minute time frame. Remember, we was just on the hourly. Try not to get confused. Try to bear with me. Right. So up here we do have some liquidity resting as well that we're going to be looking at. I'm going to put this in a bubble. We got liquidity right here. Right. We got liquidity up here. We got all of this liquidity that the market could easily want to come in and take, because as we said on a higher time frame, I'm going to finally show you guys what this yellow box is that's on my chart. All right. Maybe I should have showed y'all this from the beginning, but this big yellow box is what is it? Where is it at? Maybe it's from the daily. Okay, maybe it was from the monthly. See, this is why I need to like label my stuff because it's so easy to figure out what time frame things come from. Now I don't even remember. I have to keep toggling. I thought it was from the weekly though. Maybe it's from the 2-day chart. So I toggle through like so many different time frames. It's so easy to get confused. But this should have been a volume imbalance. It should have been a volume imbalance on some time frame, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm so curious now. I'm trying to figure out because I didn't mark it. Oh well, actually I'll take it back. This is a order block from the 4-hour time frame. Let me just put that on there because that could have saved me some time. For our order block, I'm just going to put that on there. Let's lock that up. So we had like I said, weekly inversion fair value gap. You guys can see that right there, that brown and red box that I have. The midpoint is marked right here, so y'all can see what it's titled and everything. So we have a few areas. I'm still looking for the market to go up, obviously. When you're looking at the chart from a 4-hour time frame, y'all can also see that on the 4-hour, where I told y'all where I think the market is going to go into that inversion. This is also a 4-hour order block right there. These two candles right here is the order block candles. Well, you probably can't see it with this, but right there, those two red candles inside that circle, those are the order block candles right there. So it's a million reasons why if the market do go down and hit into this area, why I'm going to be looking to take a buy, especially if we come down before we go up. It's going to be a no-brainer buy. I'm not really going to be looking to sell right now until I can see some type of market structure shift. So that's pretty much my analysis for now, you guys. Nothing really too fancy. I'm just trying to show you all my strategy in real time. I was going to try to do like a live trade session today, but this is my first time using this software and I don't want it to like have a negative effect on my trading. Been doing really well trading, so I just like to be locked in right now. But yeah, so we just swept that liquidity right here too on the 1-minute time frame, and it's digging deeper into the new week opening gap. So we're just gonna have to watch that. Like I said, what I'm watching for essentially is to see if the market wants to go up first or come down first, and that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, this is my pre-market analysis video. I'm testing all my new equipment. I would gladly appreciate it if y'all could just drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing this a lot more now that I have some equipment. And leave a comment down below. I want to know, like, do everything look good? Do everything sound fine? Make sure y'all tap in, man, because it's about to be getting lit. You know what I'm saying? We about to be really reading this price, and I want to take a couple people up, as far as like the trading skills. So if anybody's willing to do the work, I'm here to help you. So let's get it. I hope everybody do well, and I'm going to check back in with y'all maybe later on in the day. Peace out.